Welcome to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. In this video I'm going to be talking about the 7.4.10 update which was released on the 26th of April 2019. Before we get into any great detail, and to be honest, there's not going to be that much I can actually show you on the map, simply because a lot of the fixes and are related to performance optimization and tweaks to game functionality that's already in there. And it's quite a comprehensive list, because if you actually look at the patch notes, they cover from a release called 7.4.6 to 10. So there's effectively 4 patch releases being released in one go. And as I say, a lot of them are bug fixes and optimizations, which is to be expected because this game is in early access, and they're obviously a lot of the focus will be picking up on feedback from the community saying this is broken, that isn't broken. Also, for any of you guys who are following the series, you'll see I've added a couple of fields down here. My farms are going quite well, and of course in this area I built this meat packing area, which is going to be the intro for some of the changes in this update. What I am going to do is just get these buildings built now, because I want to get this meat packing facility spun in very quickly. And this now leads us on to the first change with this update. If I come to residential buildings, the first thing you will see, well, the easiest way to illustrate it is if I show you this flat, it's got a population of 150. If I show you the equivalent building there, it's now been reduced to 143. And what the devs have said is the buildings have been adjusted to reflect the luxury and cubic volume of the flats. So there's a bit of adjustment, but if you've got an existing Let's Play, the game seems to be able to handle that, and it doesn't affect your current accommodation, so it's not going to destabilize it. The other thing that's also been added is 5 new prefabs, and one of them is quite big. It's 189, but wow, that's big. I suppose we could have, for the fun of it, guys, we could get that in, because I need to get some buildings in here. I'm not going to get any further down with that, because what I want to do, if any of you guys have followed the series, is if I come out of here, I want to get a coal mine up here, but that'll be for the next part. And what I'm going to be doing is taking a road out of here. So let's just get in another residential block here. This isn't for the coal mine. This residential blocks are to drive my meat production industry. I think you can come into there. Then what we're going to do is just take this asphalt road out the center. Can we just take that out? Sorry about this, guys. Yeah, that's too messy. I suppose just stuck to what I was doing originally. Going to connect these roads up like that. Not sure why I'm not building these, but never mind. Okay. Roads, and just going to auto build the roads. Click here, and we might as well fund these by rubles. Let's get these up here. Of course, the next thing we're going to have to do is put some footpaths in. Connect this through so these. You can come across the top like that. And of course, at the moment these buildings are empty because this is the new way that I'm doing things. I think this one we're just going to invite a whole load of people from the Soviet Republic, because they're all educated. And what we're going to do is assign you there and there. Then this block, what I want is about 20 professors and a whole load of people here. And you're just going to be able to free base here. You just find whatever work you want to do in this area. Actually, I quite actually like that block. Actually, that's, yeah. I mean, these are quite bleak blocks, but these actually look quite almost modern, aren't they? In fact, they look very similar to some flats that I actually stayed in when I paid a visit to Poland. Oh, that's interesting. Very, very interesting. Actually, there's no footpath just there. You just hook the footpath up here like that. Now, the next building that was introduced as part of this update is if I come in here, you will keep clicking on education. There's now a small shopping centre, and I do have a problem in this area with food and supplies. So what we're going to do is put this in here. Now, this is quite an interesting addition. Actually, I'll kind of maybe we'll just pop that in like that. I'd like it to be over a little bit, and I'll just take that off so that we can get the level for free. I'm just going to and just let that build, and we'll hook in the footpaths while it's actually doing, because it's got a path quite along there. And we can hook up there. You can hook around the back like that. The kindergarten, and just put a little couple of. What we could probably do is put a footpath across the back here. Hook up the university like that. Now if I click on this, you will see that similar to the large shopping centre that was already in the game, you can get food, clothes, electronics and meat all stored in this area here. Unfortunately, what they don't do is include the volume with the cold store, and I wish the cold stores were a little bit bigger. What we're going to do is just increase the food capacity. The clothes should be okay. And of course what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the same dodge that I used for this down here. Is we're going to click in here, and we're going to buy in rubles. We're going to get covered truck. What do we want? Maybe 6 tons of food would do quite well. And what we're going to do is we're going to start in the food factory. We're going to bring some food to here, and then down to here. And what we're going to do is click start. And what we're going to do is tell it to load up completely with food. And then you're going to come to here and drop off food. And then what you will do then is come down to here, and you will load nothing here, but you will unload all your food here. And what that will do is the truck will go out, pick up food from here, take it there, restock this shop, and then come down to here and drop off the surplus. And just for any of you guys who have not followed the series, you'll see I've got loads of food here. Food is coming in really quickly. I'll have a quick check on my livestock. Yeah, we're getting some meat production in now. And wow, got lots of people walking around my environment there. And what I'm going to do is let the meat build up a little bit in here, and then what we will do is eventually set up the supply routes to send meat down into these shops, because we've got this shop here. In fact, I'm just going to do it, guys, just for the moment. So we click here and buy them. I'm going to need a refrigeration truck. There's only one of them, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut there, come to there, come to there, come to there. Just going to kick you off, and we're going to wait for you to be fully loaded, which is actually wait for you to be, say, half loaded, just over half loaded. And then what you're going to do is come down here, drop off to here and here, and then what you're going to do is sell off the rest of the meat there. So what we'll have is a bit of a supply route down to here. You can see that these don't store very much. So this refrigeration truck, which can hold 6.5 tons of meat, or I've obviously set it to less, so it should pick up 3 tons of meat from here, which is, it should be just about, and then it will drop off of these 2 stores, put a bit of food in here. I'm not going to take the auto purchase off the meat because the storage capacity is so small, and then we'll drop off there. Anyway, guys, I've got distracted from the update. Apologies for that. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is something that's quite interesting, and I think this is an example of the devs addressing issues from the community. We've now got 2 level tools. They've introduced a new one, and what they've got is one says level terrain from height, and the other one an average. And let's just go find a patch of terrain that's a little bit away from the main building, because I don't want to mess things up. So if we zoom in and draw this up here, what this says is it does an average. So if I go in the bottom of this well, what it should do, zoom in a little bit closer, what it should do is level off an area here that's an average of this area here. And of course, a good way to test this is if I come to here, I just always pick this. That's pretty good actually. I mean, because the television station is a way to smooth off a large area. That is a pretty good average, that is, for that tool. And of course the other one is do a height, so we've got a bit of a ridge here. If I find a ridge here, what should happen now is that this will get lifted to, if we can zoom in even closer and turn around. Yeah, I mean, you can see that I've done it. And the way they say here is where you left click is the height, and as long as you hold the mouse button down, what this will do is it will take out the area. But the moment you take your finger off the left mouse button, you have to redefine the height again. So it works like a lot of terrain flattening tools in other games. And of course what we'll do is just, that's the hospital, that's the television station. Yeah, I suppose that has worked. It's a little bit more interesting. That's how the terrain tools work. We've got 2 big patches there, but I'm sure the ground will heal there. This is where not having a mini-map is a bit of a pain in the neck, because you can't get, you've got to remember where you are. Now the next change is, I'm not sure if I can actually demonstrate this. I'm going to try and demonstrate it up here, because I'm going to, in the next part I want to build a coal mine, because I want to get the power up and running in my city or my economy. And what we're going to do is see if we can get in. And what I want to do is put a coal mine in about here. I mean, that's a pretty good position. I just want to rotate it so the conveyors can come down the side. I'm just going to turn off the auto build with the rubles. And maybe we'll just let that come down here. Oh, it's taking a little bit of time. They're supposed to speed it up, the flattening process, but I mean, let's zoom in. Oh, right, it's built it now anyway, so maybe I'll just. We've now built the coal mine here. Now comes the fun bit, guys, because getting down out of mountains with roads was a real pain in the neck. But what they've done in this update, or what they said they've done, is they've increased the tolerance for the road. So what we should be able to do is come down through here. There. Okay, it's wow. What I want to do is, if you remember, I built this road here. It's lumpy bumping this up a little bit. I just want to pop that down a bit, because I don't want this to be. It's actually making a cutting now. What I want to do is just pop that road down into there. That's going to be my road down from this mining area here. I suppose we've got an opportunity here now to test these leveling tools again, because what I want to do is if we can level this area here around this road, because what I want to do is build a little bit of a mining village here. So maybe we can level out this area here. Maybe just level out this area here. Will that lift up this area? Oh, it seems to be working. I mean, so we've got this area here, and just want to level out this area a little bit. I'm just going to zoom in. I mean, that looks pretty level. I suppose the real test would be is if I can put not a big shopping centre, not a small shopping centre. If I put a small shopping centre here, will that road connect up? This is always where the fun part is. Oh, great. There we are. I mean, it's not going to be. That's a bit messy, so let's just that out a little bit and see if we could that in a little bit better. There we are. That's a bit better. We've done a little bit of building in preparation for the next part, but I definitely think there's an improvement with the tool for the game in building up and leveling. I think that is a big step forward, guys. Now that is effectively what I can show you in as what I can actually do on the map here. Now, as I said, there is a big amount of changes to do with optimization performance, and one area where I haven't really got as far enough to justify using it, and that is to do with railway signals. Now, if any of you guys have watched other series by I think it's Orbital Potato and Kernel Failure, you can, if you watched any of their early series, especially the pre-release series, signals on the railway were a real pain in the neck, but the devs have been working hard on it, and they've said they've made improvements. But there is a slight caveat in the sense that they're saying that there's still a few minor problems with them. But I think they're making big progress, and I think this is why I'm going to wind the video up, guys. I don't want this video to be too long because it is very much about the update, and I think we've demonstrated quite successfully through here that things are working better. We've got a better leveling tool. We've got the supermarket over here. You can see with my truck has already delivered some food, and it looks like my refrigeration truck is, or there he is, and he's still got 6.5 tons. Okay, so why is he not delivering to there? Again, I still think this storage is a bit too low. So just to wind up, guys, if you're really interested in the detail of the update, there will be a link in the video description for the full patch notes for you to go through. And so if there's any specific bug or issue that's really irritating you, feel free to follow that link to check for yourself. But this is where I'm going to leave it, guys. So until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.